Hello and welcome back to a Pokemon Elite Redux playthrough. Today is an exciting episode because last time we beat ourselves the third gym, meaning we have so many options open up to us. We have ourselves a bunch of Pokemon that we can go ahead and level up because the level cap is going to be increased, meaning, you know, this Pikachu can get stronger, which, woohoo, I don't know if we need that. Pikachu might stay on the team a little bit longer, I don't know. It's very, very OP. Which is fun, don't get me wrong, it's very fun, and I am kind of enjoying using the OP Pikachu. But also, I do want to let some other Pokemon shine. I do think it's time we put some other Pokemon on the team. There are a couple of staples that I'm going to keep for sure. I think Popcorn, Espeon, and Pyukumuku are going to stay on the team probably until forever, but we'll see. But for the others, I'm curious what other Pokemon we can get, because we have ourselves the adoption center we can go to. That's right, I'm not forgetting this time, okay? No one's gonna need to remind me in the comments. I remember, okay? It's all good. So I'm gonna get these Pokemon leveled up. We're gonna see what new moves they can have just out of curiosity. Espeon's an interesting one to look at in that case, actually. I'm curious what moves Espeon can get, because, I mean, there's every evolution that we can look at, right? So that's a whole bunch of stuff. Also, the menu is kind of breaking, but don't worry about that. That's fine. I hope that's fine. But we'll get everyone leveled. We will see if there is any new moves on any of these Pokemon that seem particularly interesting. I think we just need to look briefly at the level moves at the bottom. Wood Hammer. That is powerful, but the Grab Apple drops the defense, which is really nice because it drops the defense 3 times. Which I think has just so much more value than the Wood Hammer extra base damage, honestly. The only reason to use Wood Hammer would be if the recoil is inflicted on myself in a way where it's only like the final hit of the multi-hit that does the recoil. Then it could be very powerful. I don't think that's the case, so I'm going to ignore it. I also have Dragon Hammer, which I could use over Breaking Swipe, but again, Breaking Swipe has the attack drop, right? I mean, it's really useful. So I think you're going to stay the same. Empoleon, I would be interested to see if you have anything better. You have Glacier Crash, if we wanted you to be physical, but we don't. You have Fire Pledge. Interesting. Okay. I'm curious if pledge moves are, like, crazy in this game. I never interact with pledge moves. They're not something that I ever even think of, to be honest. Espeon, I can't imagine you have anything super interesting. You have Expanding Force. Oh. Oh. And Drain Brain. Saps the foe's special attack and heals HP by the same amount. Ooh, okay, Espeon. Alright, I take it back. You got some interesting little things over here. Expanding Force is very strong. Expanding Force is strong enough that it might be worth using over... It might be worth changing our ability, just so we can make use of that. It's that strong, honestly. Because we have Psychic Surge. We do have Psychic Surge. So we could get rid of Sage Power, meaning we could even free up our Held item as well. If we wanted to, we could even choice specs Expanding Force with Psychic Terrain, which, for anyone that has not experienced that, you are so lucky. It is so much damage. It is so scary. I'm gonna do that. I think that's worth it. Expanding Force is crazy. Yeah. Psyshock is still very good, don't get me wrong, because it hits on the physical side, which can be really useful against some Pokemon, but I'm just gonna take Expanding Force on the Psychic Terrain. I'll keep the Choice Scarf for now, just because our speed is still, you know, we can get outsped by things, but we might want to run like a Life Orb or something, just so we can have move variety again on this Espeon, and then we can like freely Volt Switch and stuff like that. That's very interesting. Okay, that's nice, that's nice. Pyukumuku, do you get healing? The possibilities that just got unlocked. Okay, Pyukumuku has Recover. I think... We need to make a decision now on whether we want this thing to be a retaliation machine with counter, Miracle, and Recover, or whether we want this thing to be a true baton passer. Because we really can't have all of these moves. We can keep counter baton pass, curse, recover, and we could like curse up, you know, get our stats up, counter something down, and then baton pass. We could do that. But it does limit our options on certain Pokemon and what Pokemon we can bring Pikumuku in against. I'm gonna learn recover though. I think that's worth it. Armor lowers speed, raises special attack and special defense. Oh. Oh, I see. We have special curse on Pikumuku as well. Okay. We could make this thing a full setup, Mon. We could. We really could. Man, okay. Alright, I'm gonna need to give that some thought. I'm gonna need to give that some real thought. Do you get anything interesting? You get Pin Missile, if we want a different coverage. I'm gonna be honest, I do not care for Barrage. I've clicked this move maybe once. There was like one Pokemon. I think it was an Aerodactyl. I've clicked this move once for Aerodactyl. That's it. It's the only time I've used it. And Bullet Seed is still neutral in that case. I don't think Steel coverage on this Pokemon's really that worth it. Fire Grass coverage overall is pretty much what we're really asking for. I believe just base power 130 in this game. Well, damn. Okay. Synthesis is also interesting, but yep, that's fine. That's all we need to do. Pikachu. No Volt Tackle. That was kind of what I was looking to see if it was going to be there. But I don't see any Volt Tackle. Meaning I think we're keeping you the same as you were. I don't think we want to change anything around on you. Let's head to the Adoption Center and see some more Pokemon. Today is going to be a lot of Pokemon overview. More so than battling. We'll get to battles probably closer to the end, but at the start I am very interested in seeing what all of these new Pokemon are, which should be at the top, I believe I was told. Darumaka is new. Darumaka could have Gorilla Tactics, which could be crazy, so we're gonna grab a Darumaka for sure. We're gonna grab one of, like, all of these. Gligar, yep, we don't have a Gligar, we will take that. Grab Brawler, ill, but, I mean, we'll see what it does. Trapinch, I'm interested to see Flygon finally become the almighty machine that it should be, give me. Toxel as well. Toxtricity is cool, okay, okay. And Bounce Sweep we've already seen, so these should be the Pokemon that we already had. I'm just gonna click through just in case. I don't remember a Snow Run. Is that my short-term memory? I don't remember Dewpider either. Or Dino? Or Larvitar. Or Flugma. I don't remember half of these. Am I crazy? Skarmory? I remember Pawniard, Machop, Weasel. Yeah, I remember all of these. But there's a bunch in the middle here that I don't remember. Did I not check the... I not check the Adoption Center at some point? Either way, more Pokemon for us to check out. It's fine. Poison Doduo? Sure. Mawile? Sure. Sableye? Sure. Growlithe? Yep. Go for it. Slugma? Go for it. Houndour? Go for it. We're just going to grab one of each of these. I'm going to use up all of my battle points, because at the moment, the only thing that I know is we use battle points there and here for Megastones, probably. But I'm gonna be honest, the only Megastone that's really, like, got me thinking right now is Opcormite. That's what I'm excited for. I'm sure there'll be a lot of good Megas, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Let's make us start looking through some of these Pokemon, shall we? Darumaka is a ground fighting type. I like him. Okay. With Ice Body, that does not fit ground fighting type, but okay. Inner Focus. Focus Blast never misses. Are you a special attacker in this game? No, that's a massive physical attack. Okay, alright. Molt Breaker, Ice Body, Heat Proof, Hustle. Hustle is usable in this game. Base game Hustle, trash. This Hustle? Respectable. 90% accuracy you can deal with, because, I mean, if you just put, like, a wide lens on, right? I mean, you kind of avoid that. We will evolve these, I think. And we will see what they are like when they are evolved. Gorilla Tactics, there it is. Okay, alright. I just want to say that I predicted that. Earth Eater, Iron Fist, Mold Breaker. That fits more. Or Sheer Force, or Battle Aura. Sharply increases the critical hit rate for all while on the field. Oh. Guaranteed crits, honestly, is more impactful than Gorilla Tactics. As long as it gets moves... I guess we make it jolly. As long as it gets moves that, you know, have high crit rate on them, anyway, Plasma Pulse, Molten Strike. Okay, got some goofy stuff over here. Drain Punch obviously is very, very good. Physical moves. Earthquake, ground type makes sense. You know, that's about what you'd expect. 1-inch punch, high crit rate. So you would have guaranteed crits with 1-inch punch that always misses. Sadly, we don't have hustle anymore to combine with that, which would be an even better multiplier, but 1-inch punch always critting. Earthquake is just good enough damage that it's probably fine as is. I mean, U-turn as well with Guerrilla Tactics. That is a strong Pokemon. That is a very strong Pokemon. Okay, next, because if we don't go through this quickly, we're going to be stuck here in this episode forever. Let's evolve you to a Gliscor. Poison Fire is a cool typing. You have Levitate. You have Levitate. You have Levitate. No Levitate. Okay, interesting. That is a very strong ground weakness. Which is tough. Boost physical moves and a chance to burn or poison. Chance to trap. Targets lower defense is really good, actually. Targeting lower defense is very good. Good stat distribution, good attack, good speed, good defense. I like it. Okay, alright. Gonna be... Oh, hello, evolution. Magnimus, level 55 evolution. Okay, alright. I'll keep... we'll keep that one in the back pocket. If they have an evolution, I might wait until their evolution. The Manatine has no evolution. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Please don't make him any stronger. Crabrawler, evolve. Crabominable, do you have an evolution? Crabruiser. We're starting to get to that point where I'm going to be actually expecting to see a lot more of these showing up. Which, if I seem surprised at any of these showing up, believe me, it's more just surprise of a new Pokemon than me thinking, hey, why is this here? It's just like, oh, cool, this is here. Grab Pinsir, 50% chance to trap. Punching moves hit twice is obviously probably one. Obviously, probably. I contradict myself constantly. Spike Armor, Super Slammer, Shed Skin. What is your base stats? 122 attack, 117 defense. Respectable on the physical side, very slow. Could be Eviolite, though. Could be Eviolite with a 124 base defense stat, which is not anything to ignore. That is very, very good. I didn't even see the type. Was it just fighting? Fighting Dark. Okay. Trapinch. Give me Flygon. Give me Flygon. Ooh, wait. I really like that Vibrava as well. Ooh. Quick look at Vibrava. Ice Bug. That's a cool typing. Don't take away what Frostmoth has, okay? Please don't replace Frostmoth entirely. I do like Frostmoth. This is that's a pretty little gal right there. Look at this fuzzy little Flygon. Okay, I like fuzzy Flygon. Ice Bug. Ups highest attack in Hail. Adds Dragon type to itself. Oh, so Ice Bug Dragon. Okay. Has Fluffy. Makes sense. Mountaineer immune to rock type attacks. Thankfully, because, I mean, this thing would crumble to a rock. Frozen Soul at full HP gives priority to ice moves, or snow or hail on entry. Okay. Sadly, we can't have Whiteout and the hail on entry, so Frozen Soul sounds more appealing to me initially. Unless this was on a full hail team anyway. And that stat distribution is very generous. Those are some buffs. Mixed attacker, good speed. Nice. Nice. Okay. I like the addition of the special attack stat. Wait, was I looking at the right thing for you? 117 base defense, not 124. I did look at the wrong thing. Okay. I realized when I went to this, and I was like, those stats look a little bit weird. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I looked at the right thing initially. It was just that I saw 124 for the defense on Crabominable. But yeah, mixed attacking Flygon is very good. I imagine you probably have some sort of setup move. Do you have like Quiver Dance or Dragon Dance? Stats? Level? Quiver Dance? Quiver Dance? Quiver Dance? No? No? I don't see Quiver Dance. Okay, all right. We will wait. You have a Mega Evolution, right? Yeah, okay, I was gonna say. Flygon gets a Mega Evolution in a lot of fan games. That one I expect. Interesting though, interesting. Toxel to Toxtricity. That is a cool sprite. That is strange. That is strange. Electric Dark, Mega Toxtricity, which makes sense because that's a Gigantamax. Mosh Pit. Allies attacks get a boost. 1.5 if attack causes recoil. Adds ghost type to itself as well. Chunky baseline is a great innate ability sound, or name. That is a great name. Amplifier and punk rock, that is good as well. Banshee, sound moves get a boost and become ghost if normal. So stab, because the ghost type is added to me on boom burst. Stab, ghost type boom burst is really, really something. Or rhythmic for a metronome boost. That doesn't sound as good as a stab ghost type boom burst, I'm gonna be honest. Nothing else really sounds as good as that. Its speed is respectable. 90 free speed is okay. It's not anything that's like super standout. Though in my mind, I'm also like comparing things to Pikachu now, which is crazy. There is a Mega Skarmory. Oh, I really like this Skarmory look. I like the Steel Fire Skarmory. Levitate? Okay, it has Levitate, so it's not incredibly weak to ground. Good. Fire type super effective against rock. Speed stat and damage calc. Aerodynamics. Okay, fire type being super effective against rock might be the best there. We are neutral to rock, so I'd actually like use it in that situation. Opportunist is also very good. Boost power of its slashing moves. Fast physical attacker. I actually don't know if I like that. I think I would have liked to see more in its physical defense of like what Skarmory normally has. But I mean, interesting. Interesting. God, there's so many Pokemon to go through. Dodrio. Do you have an evolution? No, Dodrio has no evolution. You have Dragon type added to you, you're multi-headed, you're Dark Poison Dragon in that case. 130 attack. Bulkier than I would have expected for a Dodrio, but slower than I would have expected for a Dodrio. Do you have any ability that boosts your speed? You have Dragon's Maw, which is an incredibly good ability. You have Moody. Okay. Nope. I don't even want to entertain the idea. Get away from me. Nope, we're not doing any Moody shenanigans. Dark Ghost Mawile. Why do I feel like I've seen Dark Ghost Mawile somewhere? I'm definitely thinking of a different fan game because I don't recognize the sprite at all, but I recognize Dark Ghost Mawile. For some reason that feels familiar to me, and I'm not sure why. Adaptability, Strong Jaw, Opportunist, and Foe Hunter. Does 50% more damage to fairy types. Okay. Adaptability is very good. Dazzling, Yeah, adaptability is good. Your stats are not anything crazy. I imagine you're good with the Mega. Probably huge power on the Mega still or something, because that's crazy. And then you'd get Stab, Sucker Punch, which was Mega Mawile's really annoying thing if anyone played competitive in Gen 6. It was just Sucker Punch, huge power, Mega Mawile did genuinely one-shot some Pokemon, and that was a problem. Especially if, you know, the opponent had, like, Stealth Rocks up or something like that. It would really tear for you. Steel Fairy Sableye. Oh, I see what we've done here. Okay. You also get 50% more damage to fairy types. I feel like you should get 50% more damage to dark types, and you should, like, hunt Mawile or something if the thing has been flipped, but okay. Prankster, Fairy Aura, Steely Spirit, yup. Good combo of moves, to be fair. Steely Spirit and Fairy Aura on the Pokemon, that is good. Your stats are terrible. Those base stats are trash. You're not cutting it, Mega Save. Maybe it's a Mega, it might, but it's not cutting it with that. That's disappointing. Arcanine, though, another fire type. Fire Grass. Oh. Let's see if you compare to my beautiful popcorn. Do not make the Arcanine fertile with fertilize. Raw wood. I don't like the names of these innates for this Pokemon. Stench and Flash Fire. You also get Tough Claws, you also get Scare. Tough Claws is probably the best of those, unless you have a crazy normal type move. You might have a crazy normal type move. Halves damage taken by grass type moves, literally who cares, we quad resist. But the damage boost is nice, but I mean, like, adaptability would be stronger or something. Nothing quite as impressive as what Popcorn had. That stat distribution line is stacked, though. Is that pseudo-legendary? 200. Yeah, that's pseudo-legendary. Okay. There might have been some others in here. Obviously not, you know, Sableye and Mawile. There might be some others that are pseudo-legendary that I didn't notice quite as much because their stats weren't as close together, but that is a pseudo-legendary Arcanine. Which I do approve of, because it is, you know, the legendary Pokemon in the Pokedex description and all that. But I am a popcorn lover, and I will use popcorn. Slugma, you're next. Macargo. Ooh. Quick look at Macargo, grass rock type, which is a good typing, to be fair. It is a good defensive typing. 140 defense, 45 special defense. Okay, physical wall, yep. Let's just get to what we all want to see. Evolve it. Escargonite. I've seen that name before. That sounds like an insurgent's name. That insurgent? I don't know. I feel like I've heard that name before. Grass rock. Overcoat for the special damage reduction. What is your special defense now? 70. Much more usable. Much more usable than what it was before. Massive defense. Very good HP. Respectable special attack. Good wall. Very good wall. You can have Stealth Rock. You can have Power Core to use its defense during moves, which its defense is stacked, so that makes sense. Or Shell Armor to be just tankier, which is probably what we would want. I think we just want it tankier. It gets Harvest as well for, like, berries, with citrus berries and stuff. And as it can only be damaged by attacks, the citrus berry goes a long way, because we don't need to worry about, like, status and stuff. You know, poison and burn and all that isn't going to affect it as much. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, what is Outburst? Oh, Special Explosion. Special Explosion. Wait, ooh. Fun. Okay, okay. Interesting. I continue looking. Houndoom, do you get an evolution? No, you probably have a Mega though, right? Because you normally have a Mega? Yeah. Ghost-type Houndoom. Flare Boost, up special attack if burn. Ignites in fog. Okay. Soul Eater, Phantom Pain, Vengeance. Blood Price. I like Blood Price. Or Berserk. Berserk is also good. Good abilities. All three of these abilities, very good. Your stat distribution is pretty decently fast with a good special attack. It's kind of just worse Espeon. In terms of its stats anyway. I mean, it's a little bit slower, and I feel like Espeon gets more damage out, so I don't think this Houndoom is something that I care about until we see the Mega. Don't worry, we're getting there. I know this is a lot of Pokemon to look at. I appreciate those of you that are staying with me as I essentially just fangirl over all the new Pokemon for an entire episode. I hope this is entertaining, even if there's no battling. But I am having fun looking at all of these Pokemon. This is the part of the game that makes me go, ooh, what did they do with this? And I do like that. For anyone that wants that feeling as well, it is the Steam Collection, or Steam Creature Collection Fest right now, so it's worth having a look at if you are the type of person that, like me, likes to go ahead and look through a bunch of new Pokemon likes that come to Steam and stuff like that. That is going now until the 19th of May, I think. For anyone that might want to check that out, there you go. I hope that I notified someone of that may be interested. But Larvitar, evolve. That Pupitar is hideous. Get it away from me. And you can't become a Tyranitar yet? We don't care about you yet. You aren't relevant yet. Dino, you're a bud. Fairy Dragon. Okay. With Pixelate, Cute Charm, Mega Launcher, yup. Celestial Blessing for just recovery. When there's Misty Terrain, anyway. Tangling Hair. Interesting that you've become Fairy Dragon when you're normally so weak to Fairy as a normal Dino, but I imagine you also can't evolve just, yep, Hydreigon's level 50. Makes sense. Dewpider. Give me that kissy face. We evolve into Arachnid. Oh, there's an evolution for Arachnid. Another ice bug. Okay. Okay. We like ice bugs here in this game. Water Absorb doesn't really feel as impactful when it's ice bug typing. It doesn't really matter. Spider Lair for Sticky Web on entry, which may or may not work because that was meant to work in the last gym, but we didn't see it take effect. So we'll see if this ability actually is working at some point, maybe. That is the ability that would be best for it, though. Pretty respectable attack and defense. Good speed, which I wouldn't have expected. I don't remember Arachnid's base stats super well. I just remember the fact that as Water Bubble, and in its generation, you could just Z move Water Bubble boost. It was stupid. It was such a strong Pokemon. Avalanche, Power Split, Frost Breath, Entrainment, no moves there are super interesting, but I am interested in Frostula. I did see that name. Oh god, I don't like how spider-like it's getting. I don't like spiders. Deep Freeze. Boosts water and ice by 1.25 times. Halves fire damage taken. Necessary for this Pokemon to exist. But I mean, a rock-type move will crush it. Yeah, fast physical attacker with some good physical defense. Respectable. Respectable. I don't... Again, I just want to use Frostmoth if I'm going to use an Ice Bug, though. I like Snom, okay? He's my little guy. And then we have little Demon Snowrunt with his mischievous little grin to evolve you. Oh, we should... Glalie has a Mega normally. Glalie has something. Frostlass might have a Mega in this game to kind of put it on an even playing field with Glalie, so Frostlass interests me more. So I'm gonna click on Frostlass, and I'm not gonna see what Glalie is until we fight against one, and then I'll regret not taking a Glalie probably, but show me Frostlass. Funky looking creature, another dark ghost type. We're seeing a lot of repeats on these typings. There's definitely some favoritism going towards these typings for these special changed Pokemon. Low blow to feint on switch in, keen edge, soul eater, ill will to delete the PP of the move that feints this Pokemon. Bloodstain. Blood price. Blood price is good. Blood price is good if you're a strong attacker anyway. You are a fast physical attacker with reasonably normal stats, nothing too crazy. This isn't anything too crazy. The Frostlass has not impressed me too much, but it is a Mega Frostlass. Okay. Of these Pokemon, the ones that interested me the most were Darmanitan, funnily enough, the first one that we looked at. Arcanine a little bit, but I mean, we have Popcorn. And probably Toxtricity, honestly, I think interest me the most. They seem like they have the most power. Sadly, Flygon doesn't get Quiver Dance. That'd be a big help for it, I think. But as the episode has gone on for a while, I think that's where I'm actually gonna wrap things up for today. Well, maybe we could take a quick look at some encounters on some of these other routes. Route 118. Let's. This is a Pokemon episode. We'll look at a few more Pokemon. Show me the Dex Nav. This is trash. Gyarados is available. We could take a Gyarados. We also have Sharpedo. But this is essentially just water types for this route. This isn't where we need to look. Let's go look at the route to the left. That's where the more interesting, diverse pool of Pokemon will be, I think. Show me Route 117's pool of Pokemon, because we didn't look over here before doing the gym, actually. Carnivine, ew. I don't want to believe. Ooh. Pandamouse, you say? Population Bomb? I'm getting a Tandemouse. Population Bomb interests me. I haven't had a chance to really play competitive and mess around with Population Bomb, although it is, like, a set that I do want to use. I just haven't played much of the most recent generation in competitive. But I should get into it at some point. I don't know, I've kind of skipped the generation, though. So, it's a little bit awkward. Volbeat as well, and Illumise, which were really... No, they weren't really good in double battles. It was Minun and Plusle that were really good in double battles. But Volbeat... I'm gonna get a Volbeat, and I'm gonna check something. I'm very curious to see if Volbeat still gets Baton Pass. Volbeat. Tinted Lens. Prankster. Prankster obviously being able to Baton Pass quickly. Do you get Tail Glow? Charge, Moonlight, Signal Beam, Spark. Yep. You do get Tail Glow. Oh. I see. Do you also get Baton Pass? You get Agility. You get Reflect. You get Tailwind. No Baton Pass. Damn. Okay, I thought I had something there. I was like, a Tail Glow Baton Pass into some of these Pokemon could go absolutely crazy. We just sash the Volbeat or something. We try and get a Tail Glow off, and then we Prankster swap to a bulky Pokemon. Even something like that, you know, evolved Macago. Something like that with a Tail Glow boost with its massive defenses. it would just chunk through things. I mean, there's a lot of potential there. Sadly, we don't have Baton Pass, so that idea is gone. Tandemaus, though, evolve into Mousehold 3 or Mousehold 4. 4 is normal, 3 is special. 3 is the rare one. So give me 3. I feel like 3 was the rare one. I definitely hunted this at some point. I haven't shiny hunted for Tandemaus 3. I have a normal shiny Tandemaus and a shiny Mousehold. I haven't gone for, like, the special form of it. I did do the Dunsparce, though, because it was the first one that I got. You can have Pickup, you can have Normalize, you can have Friend Guard, okay. You have Parental Bond, but do you get Population Bomb? That's the only thing that matters here. That's the only thing that matters for you. Where is Population Bomb? Level? No. Physical? No. No Population Bomb? But that's its thing. That's how the Pokemon becomes good. That's the gimmick. There's no evolution past it. Yeah, no Population Bomb on Tandemaus is kind of crazy. Well, Mousehold, I should say. Okay. Well, I checked 2 more Pokemon that I thought would be interesting. Next episode, I will definitely have some of these new Pokemon on the team. I think I will replace Empoleon. I will replace Exeggutor. And I might replace Pikachu. We'll see. I could definitely see maybe having some... Darmanitan will be one of them. I haven't decided on the other one yet. It might be Skarmory, it might be Arcanine, it might be Toxtricity. I will give it some thought. If we'd been able to put Tail Glow onto Volbeat, then I would have chosen Toxtricity immediately, because that'd be crazy. But right now, if you guys have enjoyed this Pokemon showcase, I'll call it what it is, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,